What's good? I'm BT. I'm just talking about life in general. Talk about various different topics on this channel, but the topic of discussion on this particular video is why do people live so raggedy? And why do I say like the word raggedy? It's like, it's kind of like, well, everybody has different opportunity, or have people in their life to kind of push them, give them some type of directive, or some people don't. And the people that don't, it just seems like they just live raggedy and just ill prepared for life, or just don't have no guidance, and or people may have gave them advice or insight on something that they just refuse to take it. At the end of the day, they're in a situation where they're kind of in despair, man. And it's at the point where at any point in time, things can really seriously go left. And not to the point where it could be something in the way of where they can recover from, but it can be a really hard bounce back. And I had a few friends that actually just kind of live like this, man. And I just wonder, like, man, because we're at an age now where you gotta definitely have things in order, and definitely just setting yourself up for like your later years, because I don't really see it really actually getting any easier, man, to really kind of live a good quality of life, man. I think when you're in your 20s, and especially when I was in my 20s, like years ago, we didn't have all these different apps and different things to like help you financial success, or just kind of monitor your spending and all these things, right? Even like just your basic banking apps will show you actually how much you spend and how much money have went out. Or if you want to set some type of goal, you can kind of see it within the app, right? I don't care who you banking with, they pretty much kind of set it up. Sometimes people just look at it, some people don't use it. Then there are some people that actually use those utilities, man. If you use those type of utilities within your bank or your credit union, leave a comment down below. But I'm just saying, man, like, people are definitely just kind of just living raggedy, man. And I just see it every day. I see it with young women. I'm just like, yo, man, like, that car is really toe up. You hearing like stuff that, like, you hearing stuff on the car that shouldn't be clicking, and people just keep it pushing, man. Just fix yourself, man. Fix things. Don't get to the point where it is at worst case scenario. And I'm not gonna lie, I used to be kind of like that. And if you can just kind of nip it in the bud, like in the earliest stages, man, it'll make stuff so much easier. And it's just unfortunate. And I hate to kind of get on here and just be on a tangent, but it's like, I don't know, man. And I think this is why like so many people are in like dire straits, man, because people, even if it was people that literally was giving them good advice, or just trying to say, hey, man, if you keep on going in this particular direction, this is gonna be the end result, and people just refuse, or you can just talk to you blue in the face, and they just still not taking or heeding whatever you saying. It's at that point, it's just it's just whatever. But you see these people quite a bit and often, in these dire straits, man, in these situations where man, only if I would have just kind of like moved a different way in life or in my finances or in education or just life in general, I would be in a better position, or they would be in a better position, man. Like, I don't know. Am I crazy? Does this make sense to y'all? I don't know, man. But sometimes nowadays, common sense ain't too common, but leave a comment down below if y'all ever experienced this with like friends or family members, and it just seemed like they just wasn't grasping what you was saying. They just kind of wanted to do their own thing, and then you see them years later in a situation where it's like, man, only if you just would have had did A, B, or C, you wouldn't be in this predicament. All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all listening to what I gotta say, man. If you like this type of content, man, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.